Here's the man. Here is the man. Twice in 2 days. Good to see you. And Alonso's behind the camera. You know him. He can give it back to me now.
You right? Yeah, good.
Right.
Okay. Well, we ready?
Was born ready.
You were born ready? We got 2 more people.
Okay.
The plan A today was to go to Pico Goivo.
Yeah.
But the weather's not looking so great up there. So we're probably going to do a sunset jeep tour to that side.
Yeah.
I'm going to be vlogging as well.
Oh, cool.
So you're going to be famous, Ru. This is Andrea.
Another Andrea.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to meet you, my friend.
He does some work with us. This is Alonso.
And was it you a few weeks ago, you were trying to say, let's hit the road, and it was too soon?
No.
Was it you or someone else?
We've got a lot of shooters. A lot of shooters.
Okay.
Cool, you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
And what do we say? You say it this time.
Let's hit the road.
And we're off, trundling down Estrada Monumental. Jeff is our driver, as usual, here. So Jeff, has there been any developments of late with Hit the Road tours?
Nothing big at the moment. We've got plans for next year. But for this year, just, you know, survive the summer, really.
It's going to be a great summer, though, because this island keeps getting busier and busier.
Yeah, our summer this year, there's already a lot of bookings. You know, me, myself, I'm pretty booked up almost till August. We are very, very busy this year. If you're coming to Madeira this year, you need to book in advance anything because, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be crazy full.
I think I booked you about 2-3 months in advance. Yeah.
Yes, and you had to because, you know, obviously I'm not working every single day, but because I've also got to film vlogs and things like that. But my time is being booked up so fast.
You're a family man now, so.
As well, yeah.
So you're going to be filming a vlog, aren't you?
Yes. So today we're filming something to the tune of how to impress a Madeira superfan, right? Which is you, really, right? Because you've already seen pretty much everything. Yeah. You think you know everything, right?
Not quite. I'm still learning, and even I have to give kudos to Joe Perilla because he gives me quite a lot of useful advice, and whether I take it on board or not, that's another thing, but he's great. And that was so good of you to endorse him over Christmas as someone who knows Madeira as an outsider and is showcasing it for everyone.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, we're going to explore some more things today.
Yeah. So as we go through, what's this area called we're in?
This, this is between Funchal and Lido. I think you were the one who pointed it out that it might be Casa Branca. But to be honest, this exact area, I'm not 100% sure.
Because that Winston Churchill Hotel, I forgot the name of it.
Reed's Palace.
Reed's Palace is just behind us on the right.
So yeah, we're on Estrada Monumental still. Estrada Monumental was basically the first road that was built outside of Funchal.
Really?
So it was from Funchal to Câmara de Lobos, and it was such a big deal when they built this at the time that they called it Estrada Monumental, the monumental road, because it was such a monumental task on the islands. 1910, 14, 15, somewhere around there. I actually want to do like a whole series on Madeiran roads, but that's still in the works. So it was somewhere around there. So that's where we are. We're right in the really kind of more on the Funchal side of Estrada Monumental. We're going to pick up 2 of our guests over here, and then we're going to head out. So,
here we are.
Yes. Where are our guests? Come on.
So we have driven a few miles west of Funchal. How many miles would Ribeira Brava be from Funchal?
Miles?
Or kilometers? I'm British, I still think in miles.
Oh man, that's, I don't know, I would probably guess like 15.
Okay. In miles or kilometers?
Câmara de Lobos to here is what? 3. 13 from Câmara de Lobos, so from Funchal maybe 16.
Okay.
I remember it used to take, because we've just taken the highway, the expressway.
Yeah.
But I remember coming as a kid, and we'd actually come down that road over there, which is the old road.
Oh, the one way up in
that one over there,
up that
that's
hill.
got that little, yeah.
Oh,
So we used to come down that road, right? And I remember it used to take about an hour to get here from Poncha to Ribeira Brava.
yeah. Oh, we're in one of the many tunnels covering the island now. And some of them, the longest tunnel on the island, how long is that?
In miles,
In either. I'll convert.
3.2 kilometers.
Oh, whereabouts is that? Is that towards
2
Santana?
miles. It's in
Or
Santana.
Machico? Oh, Santana, okay.
Yes, sir.
And when we last spoke,
Yes.
or on our last tour together,
Yes.
we had the remnants of the fire damage. So how has it recovered in respect of
recovered.
last time?
Just fine, brother.
So could you tell that there has been damage?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, right? Again, it's not something that I love to talk about, Rue.
Yeah.
But yes, we had the fires, and they're still closed parts, right? The mountain parts up at the top, they're still closed.
Yeah.
Because the ground's unstable. But I have heard a rumor, right, that it's going to be open soon, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, because I haven't been up there. It's been closed for everybody, and I'm not the kind of guy who goes up there if it's been closed. But obviously that's not what we want to show, so we're not looking for it.
No.
But there are some places that are a little bit damaged, and I think today we might actually see some of that because of the route we're taking. So
Yeah.
maybe.
So we're close enough to, are we in the Ponta de Sol area yet?
Almost, yes. We're
Still Ribeira Brava.
coming into Ponta do Sol.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're now in Arco da Calheta.
Yes, sir. Arco. We say Arco in Portuguese. Arco da Calheta, because it makes an arc at the top, right? Calheta is actually the biggest council in, or county or municipality, or whatever you're going to call it, or province, right, in Madeira. So there's a very large part of it is all the southwestern area. And if you had come here 20, 25, 30 years ago, right, you would have been in banana land, right? This would have been all farmland. There wouldn't have been any kind of Airbnbs and hotels and things like that around here. In fact, people were trying to get out of here, right? People were leaving. So a lot of people immigrated from Calheta. A quarter of my heritage comes from, actually half of my heritage comes from Calheta, because one of my grandfathers is from Calheta, just up the road, and another grandfather from Ponta do Pargo, which is also technically Calheta. And what happened is that a lot of people left Calheta because of the poor living conditions and working conditions in these areas. They also had big families, right? So back then, Madeirans would have 10, 11, 12 brothers and sisters, right? Because we didn't have modern day medicine. And of course, also more people meant more hands at work and these kinds of things, right? So if you had a family of 10, 11 or 12, maybe 7 or 8 of them immigrated, right? And a lot of people went from this area or to South Africa or to Venezuela. The reasons for that could be for a whole different video. But basically, these were routes that people, convenient routes that people jumped onto. So what happened was, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of people inherited land from their grandparents, their parents, and all these kinds of things. Sometimes it was really big pieces of land that at the time were worthless, but now on this beautiful island, they are actually worth, you know, quite a lot these days. So some of it is being developed by people that don't even live here, but are technically Madeiran. So yeah, that's it basically.
Is this a two-way street?
Well,
Or two-way road, is it?
this is a two-way road, and I usually start further down.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more interesting, but like I say, with the rain, I prefer to be sensible, and the road gets interesting up here anyway. So
It's so narrow. I thought you were going to scrape the rocks at the side then. It shows the skill in Jeff's driving.
That's why I don't have a Mercedes-Benz. Yeah. But I started doing this job in 2010. So it's been 15 years of this cowboy business, what I call the monkey business. But I do love this road. And we got some cool views on the right, hopefully. Just before we get into the clouds. There we go, you can watch the video afterwards.
No, I think we're in the clouds. Oh, you can see a bit of Calheta down below.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at that. I love driving through this. You can smell the eucalyptus.
Yes. And now, you know, as it gets warmer,
Yeah.
start to smell it more. And of course the rain helps.
So we're now in the clouds, is that right, Jeff?
Yes, we are, yes sir.
And this is quite a sketchy Jeep ride, even more so than the one we had back in October.
Well, I wouldn't call it sketchy.
Well, I like to be a bit dramatic for the sake of vlogging. So.
Wouldn't exactly call it sketchy, but yes, this is one of my thrill rides.
Well, it was sketchy for Alonso anyway.
But you guys can jump out.
Is it Poncha time?
It's Poncha time.
Yay! It's Poncha time. So let's go and get out of the Jeep if I get my leg over, because my bag's in the way. Whew. So this is a Bar Rochão.
No drinking at work, only before and after. All right, guys, ching ching. That's yours over there. There's one over there. Alonso, there you go. And Andrea number 2. You know, I've still got you on WhatsApp as Andrea number 2. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Ching ching.
Saúde.
Saúde.
Poncha time. Which poncha is this? Is this Tangerina?
No, this is a regional poncha. So orange, lemon, honey, and rum.
Right. Morgan, here's another one for you.
Yeah. Well,
That's my poncha face.
the poncha face.
Oh, it's pleasurable.
Like it? Yeah. Good. This is what we drink. So the original recipe is lemon, sugar, and rum, right? And the original recipe was made by the fishermen that went out at sea, and because they were out at sea, they needed something, you know, warm and to keep them strong and even like willing to do the work of being at sea, right? So that's why they brought it with them. The guys from Câmara de Lobo was just next to Funchal, the fishing village. And then over the years, this kind of changed a little bit. It's hard to find exactly why, but now we've got, this is what we call the regional. So now if you ask for a regional, you're going to get this as the original, right? However, the fisherman is the original. This one's got orange and honey. And we think it's for a couple of reasons. One, the farmers up in the mountains, they would have had access to honey, right? Bees and honey. And I don't think you'd also want to take honey on a boat, right? So I think maybe the sugar was easier to take on the boat and that kind of thing. And then orange, you know, I've got a theory about the orange, and I've heard this. It's not my theory. I've heard this from someone else who said that they put orange in just so that they could put less honey, right? So it was cheaper, right? Or less sugar, because the orange obviously gives more sweetness. So the way I like to make a poncha is just lemon, honey, and rum. So I don't put orange juice in, and I put a lot of honey, and then it even goes a little bit yellow. But that's the way I like it. So I don't know if they added the orange to cut the sugar, or if they added the orange to give it a different taste, a different property. And the honey, I think, is because it was the farmers, they would have had honey. And that's where it comes from. And nowadays we drink this stuff, you know, we love to go out, have 1 or 2 of these. All right, no, never more than 1 or 2, okay, because this is strong stuff. So yeah, if you guys want cake, we can get some slices.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay, get some cake.
Banana and orange.
Yeah, banana and orange. I think what sets us apart a little bit is that we kind of use the roads. We're not scared to like say, oh, you know, we're gonna go here, gonna go there. A lot of the other companies, they just like already set in their ways. It's like every day they go from here to there, to there, to there, to there, to there. And this is one of those places that some people stop at. you know, which I've got nothing against. You know, the people who think that Madeira is just for them is a little bit crazy. You know, so we usually here in the morning. They usually know that there's tourists coming in the morning. Sometimes you get a bunch of tourists here, but they're all in the jeeps, and it's like a different kind of vibe. You know, so it's actually kind of fun. Yes.
So Jeff, right?
Tell me.
You know, you love collecting them, so
Yes, I do. This is cool.
it's another one, and
This is
this one
cool.
is the official island one, which has 1922 when Ireland became an independent state from the United Kingdom.
Okay, thank you very
So
much.
it means you're going to have to mention me a
1922.
zillion times in your vlogs
Yes.
over the
You're gonna have
course
to.
of a year.
You know, I've made a new rule that I'm only wearing hats once I cut my hair. But
Yeah, and Elisa
for you, I'll do it for you.
Thank you, but
Good for you.
Elisa won't let you cut your hair,
love
will
hats.
she?
No, she won't. Nobody lets me cut my hair. Not my barber, not my wife. My daughter doesn't want me to cut my beard. She likes pulling it, but I've had to because it hurts.
And I was thinking that you're looking more and more like Jackson Lake the whole time.
Jackson Lake.
Is it Jackson Lake? No, the other Jackson lives in Seychelles.
Oh, Jackson Groves.
Jackson Groves, right?
Really?
Don't know where Lake came from. Right, we're going to hit the road again.
You think Jackson's looking like me? Maybe. You know, that's how
You're the main man in Madeira these days, so.
Jackson's pretty main man in Madeira as well. Hey. All right, guys, here we go.
Right, we're now continuing on, and you had something to say about the farmers and that.
Yes, so we're back in Calheta, and again, to get here many years ago, and we're not talking too many years ago, you know, late 80s, mid 90s, to get to Calheta would have taken you, or even late 90s, would have taken you 2 to 3 hours. I have memories of this as a kid because my grandparents, one of my grandparents was from Calheta, the other one is from Poncha do Pargo. So my family trips used to be very long from Funchal, but there was nothing happening here, you know, it was just farming mainly for sugarcane and for wine, with more emphasis being on the wine and probably even bananas, to be honest. I'm not clued up 100% on that. In fact, in our vlog, next week Monday, we're going to be filming the history of this place, which I'm still going to be getting deeper into myself. So you can, I guess, look forward to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was nothing going on here. You know, you were really working in this village as a farmer. If you wanted a better life, then you would leave, you would immigrate. And these days, we've got more Madeirans living abroad than we have living in Madeira. So when you drive through here, you're going to see every second or third house has got closed shutters and everything's closed. And it's usually because that house belongs to people that are living or in Venezuela or in South Africa.
And what was this you said about the local language?
Oh, right, yeah. People joke, they say that the official language of Calheta is South African. And maybe there's a lot of us around.
Yeah, because I ran into a couple when I was here last year.
Hello. Moo. Family of my wife's. No, I'm joking. I'm just joking.
We've just stopped off here in Calheta at a South African and British store. African Roots Market is called, up on the hill. And unfortunately it's closed. Jeff has actually featured this on his Hit the Road Tours YouTube channel. There's a QR code if you want more information. Hopefully that'll work for you. And it has more or less anything. If you're of South African and British origin, you want little treats and all sorts. Is that a South African rugby shirt or is it a cricket shirt? I think it could be cricket. And yeah, there could be a bit on the pricey side, but then it is all imported. And if you want your finer things in life, that's what you have to pay for.
So before they actually built this tunnel, to get from one village to the other, to get from Jardim do Mar to TABÖU do Mar, you had to go up and over the mountain. It was a little bit of a strenuous hike, as you can imagine. Or you'd go by boats as well. And maybe locals went, you know, on low tide and things like that. Maybe, I'm not sure, I'm not from here. But from what I know, the official path was going up and over. And over here, this is a fishing village, right?
Paul de Mar.
Paul de Mar.
Paul de Mar, with the correct pronunciation.
We're going to see some good amounts of locals and tourists around there. This seems to be the bar that's not doing so well. But
Which bar? This one?
The one in the middle is not doing so well. But this is the pier, which is pretty cool, and a nice little hidden gem. Have you been down here, Ruth?
Yes, I vlogged here
You
2 years ago. Yeah, good to be back. And you have what the locals call the naked fisherman statue there to the right.
Exactly. And then behind us is the big waterfall.
Right.
So you wanted waterfalls, Ruth?
Yeah.
I thought I was going to surprise you. This time, maybe not, eh?
And
just Jardim do Mar down there on the left.
there's a walk I'd love to do which goes at the back of the waterfall and it goes to Prazeres. But unfortunately it's closed at the moment.
Yes, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There it is. So we can jump out and have a little look around.
So there you go. It's great to be back in Paul de Mar. Paul de Mar. I'm trying to pronounce that right. And those of you who've been following me for at least 2 years, you'd remember that I was here and I had a lovely dinner in one of the restaurants just up yonder. So I actually don't remember if I walked onto this pier, but no, I don't think I did. I was too busy flying the drone over there, just near the waterfall. But oh my goodness, that still takes my breath away. It's absolutely amazing, that waterfall. And guess what, folks? It's time for the flying camera.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Alright, we're chasing. Oh,
I just got my phone now, sorry.
okay.
Look at this guy.
What you doing?
Expect that.
Rue's
get that on
walking
camera?
into the... Almost. Almost. So here we go. Today we're filming with a whole lot of people, filming a vlog, filming with this guy. There he is. Hey. And we're in Paul de Mar, just observing this. And on the way to the sunset. It's time to get out of here. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. It's almost weekend, eh? And
It is a weekend.
it is the weekend, yeah. Anyway, let's get out of here.
So we're continuing through Paul de Mar, and I hope you enjoyed a little bit of that drone footage there. So, Jeff, you had something about South Africans.
Yes, so Paul de Mar, there's a lot of South African, there's a South African connection in Paul de Mar
Yeah.
as well. Just like the rest of Calheta. Paul de Mar, by the way, is still part of Calheta. And a lot of people from Paul de Mar went to Cape Town because of the fishing, because they were fishermen. So it's funny when you usually speak to somebody who says they're living abroad, they're from Paul de Mar, or they're, you know, for instance, South African, Madeiran, living in Cape Town. We usually, my first question is usually, are you from Paul de Mar? And usually they are.
Right, we've reached the culmination for the sunset. Miradouro da what was it, Jeff? Sorry.
Raposeira.
Raposeira.
Raposeira. It's been a while since I've been here.
Ah, okay, so let us go on foot to the route in front of us. Wow, look at the view over the sea, the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, and just below, TABÖU de Mar. Wow, it's a lovely view there. I can see cars moving in the distance. They almost look like toys. Right, continue going. Over these steps to contend with. And getting my leg drenched by that shrub I half walked through. Oh, I didn't realise that it's going to be this steep, but this will be my cardio for this evening. But I actually did over 20,000 steps yesterday. I'm doing a lot more steps than usual because obviously this is a hiking destination. And Funchal is actually a great city to walk around. Let's have a look down below. Can you see the EasyJet Jeep? Jeff's still there. Right, continue. A little bit more to go. Oh, some prickly pear on the right there. That wasn't supposed to rhyme. And some more on the left. Don't want to get too close to them. And a whole clump of them right in front. Okay, this looks like the final furlong. If I can catch my breath. Only a few more steps left. Oh, you have some pillars there. Right, let's reach the summit. And we have made it, yay! Oh. Was it worth me almost having a heart attack to get here? Yes, indeed. Now, check out the views below and in the distance. Bit of cloud there on top of that hill with the houses on it. And as we pan around, you can see more into TABÖU de Mar below. And I'll step down just a notch and I'll show you a bit more from this angle. These pillars coloured orange and blue, wondered who sorted that colour scheme out. Right, so you can see an almost better view of TABÖU de Mar below. Absolutely spectacular. Yes, you made a good call there, Jeff.
We made it just in time. We are not alone. There's no secrets anymore. Everything's online. Everything's on Google Maps, right? You don't need me anymore, do you? Hey, right? Very nice. Anyway, place is looking awesome. It's Miradouro da Raposeira. It's about to be on the internet, not only on my channel but someone else's channel. You know how it is. And I haven't been here for a while. Almost got lost, to be honest. Look at this. Very pretty. Pretty little place. There it is. This is the easy way. Tough way is through there. But if you know the shortcut, today's filmmaker.
Hey. Okay, so that tour's over. We're going in for a bite to eat or a snack.
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sim. Bit fancy, but it's nice.
And the name of the place?
That's the owner.
TABÖU.
He's got a place in Câmara de Lobos that I love. And he opened this place. I've been meaning to come here for a long time, and I thought today might be a good idea. Okay. They're just gonna get 2 minutes to get this round. So there's probably some snack things you can get, 1 or 2 little snacks, a drink or something, and we're good. Okay?
But before we dine,
TABÖU.
here's a bit of behind the scenes with Hit the Road tours.
Olá de casas bem, né?
And you get to see what Jeff and Andrea are
Mas
going to be
ainda
up
sei se
to.
apanhas calor. A luz está aqui. Isso sim, que luz aqui. Eu posso estar sentado. Olha aí assim.
Yeah,
Hã?
estava a aparecer ali o nome. Eu fechava aquela porta. Não sei se está fechado.
Não, não deve ser. Né?
To make it a bit more aesthetically pleasing, close that door.
Yeah. Depois é. Vê só o áudio, tá bom?
Desliguei isto, não estávamos aos olhos. Podes dizer teste, só para...
Test 1, 2, check 1, 2.
Já podes.
The point I wanted to get through in this video is that there is so much to see in Madeira, especially if you are with the right people, right? So if you guys are coming out to Madeira and you think that you know everything about this place, that you've seen everything, then make sure to book a tour with Hit the Road Madeira, and you won't, of course, be disappointed. Best tour operator in the world, right? HitTheRoadMadeira.com. Use the code Hugo for President to get 10% off of your booking. And today, or tonight, should I say, I've finally come out to see my friend's new place called TABÖU. I've been meaning to come here for a while, and it kind of just slipped into my head on the way back into Funchal when we were coming out with these guys, thinking maybe tonight could be a good idea to come and check this place out. So it's based on a sister restaurant that they have in Câmara de Lobos called Ufusa, which is basically almost like a tapas style, quite a very modern tapas Portuguese style. So it's more like we would say doses, right? For anyone, for the purists watching, it's that kind of thing. It's little bits of food that everyone can share, and a modern take on Portuguese cuisine. It's very fresh, it's very nice, it's very trendy looking. And I've been wanting to come here for a while to try the mini franzinhas, which we don't see in too many places. In fact, I don't think I've seen it anywhere. So thank you, TABÖU, for the amazing food. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. We're going to go and check it out in a second, and then we'll wrap it up after dinner. Don't go anywhere.
This will be the special drink which they make here. That's what we'll be having, and it's made with dragon fruit. So this special drink is a dragon fruit caipirinha. I don't know how much it is, but oh, this glass is actually very heavy. So I'm going to try this out, give you my opinion. And does that look like popcorn or something to the side of it? Better try the drink first. Oh wow, that's fizzy. So delicious. You can truly taste the dragon fruit in it. Oh yeah. If I find out the price of it, I'll put it below in the caption there. And oh, that is sweet popcorn. And what do I see in front of me? Bolo de cacao. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try one piece. And look at that. Very light and crispy. Delicious too. I love it, overloaded with garlic butter. Right, so here comes the grub. And here it is, shrimp and mango mayonnaise. I'm sharing that with Jeff, I think. And also we've ordered some small, what's that dish called? Franceschina. I can't believe I forgot it. The mini Franceschina. And I ordered that in Porto, if you remember that vlog. If you haven't seen it, just check out one of my Porto vlogs. It's probably the second to last one in the sequence. Here's my prawns there. So it's going to be difficult to eat the prawns using one hand because you have the shell coated in breadcrumbs. Have a look. Let's look at that. I've dipped it into the mango mayo. Let's try it. Oh wow. I did not expect anything like that. It's almost fruity, but it's hard to describe. I've never tasted anything like it. That is amazing. Here's one which is still in its shell, and you have a bit of the mango mayo on it. You made a good call there, Jeff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Oh. So how are you finding it?
Oh, love it. I can't wait to dig into the Franceschina.
Yeah. That's the Franceschina there. Here's some more food selected by other members of the table. So now I'm going to try the Franceschina. And this has beef in it.
What's missing?
Oh, trying to do it with one hand. See inside of it? It's basically a sandwich covered with cheese and the Franceschina sauce. So I better try it. It's a mini size, by the way. Look at that, all cheese.
Yeah, I'd like to see more young kids like this. There's a lot of young people that are working. I don't know why.
Food is really heavenly. If you like cheese, you're going to love this. That's the beef inside. That is so soft, so succulent.
They just don't want to do it.
Oh, the fries as well. Thin, crispy and delicious. I just can't describe how good this food is. And the place is called TABÖU. It's in the Ribeira Brava area. And the prices are reasonable.
Yeah, and you do the pipes, they don't.
Right, let me enjoy this in peace. You don't have the hat.
Oh no, it's in the
Doesn't
car.
matter. You would have seen the hat earlier.
Yeah.
But thank you once again for another wonderful tour. Yeah. And there's two cameras there. I'm trying to look at mine. And Jeff, you outshine yourself on every single one. Even though the sun didn't shine on the last two occasions, it was an amazing company, and you're so full of knowledge. It's amazing, and especially with the South African connection in Calheta and the surrounding areas.
You liked it?
Yeah, I was so engrossed by the knowledge. You wouldn't think that Madeira was like this. It's multicultural in effect.
It is.
Especially with those Bangladeshis coming in there.
Oh, okay, well, Ruth, thank you very much.
No, you're welcome.
That's basically what I wanted to hear for our film over there. So maybe
5 stars.
So you want to let everybody know on our side where they can find your video? And
if you look up Rue Photo and Travel, Rue Photo and Travel, because Andrea got it wrong last time. So that's Rue spelled R-U-E on YouTube, and also Facebook and IG, Instagram.
Fantastic.
So,
Rue, do you want to go ahead and do the honors?
So thank you very much for joining us for this vlog, and thanks to Jeff, thanks to Andrea behind that camera, thanks to Alonso behind that camera. Thanks to my colonial cousins back there from North London. And so let's hit the road.
Let's hit the road. Here we go.
So have a great week or weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye. Your turn, is it? Was that it?
That was it. Hit the road. That was it. That's it. We're done. Now we're gonna go home and get back to our real jobs.
Better check the cam. Thanks, Alonso. It better be on that. Better have been on target. Okay. Thanks. So I'm here with Jeff now for my story.
What's up?
It's a bit dark there, but we're going to go on a cruise with him. No, not a cruise,
Not
a
a
tour
cruise, no.
into the mountains. But will I come back alive? Will I survive it?
We're in an airplane, not a boat. Okay.
One.
Hey Lottie, sorry to hear that you couldn't make it out today. I hope to see you on the next one. Much love, big kiss. Madeira misses you.
Beijinhos.
Beijinhos, yeah.
Oh. You know what? I didn't press record. Okay, we go again. Okay, we stopped off here in Calheta. It's a South African. It's dinner time. That's my francesinha mini one with fries. That's what it looks like normally.
How's the education?
I mean,
There. I did mean to flip that around. There's Jeff there. He suggested it. So we're all here, tucking away for this evening meal. And there goes Jeff. Hit the road towards Madeira. Boa noite, my friend.